All right, what's up, everyone? Hopefully, everyone can hear me. Should be good to go. All right, so do this, do that. All right, so just gonna check a couple things, make sure we're live over in our couple other hotspots that we are, and yeah. So just give me a quick little second because I had to redo setting live up on Facebook in the group on Facebook, and I don't know for live. All right, I think I just had to do that, so we'll see. But yeah, so I had a pretty good couple days. Check over here. All right, looks like we're good to go there. Let me check one last spot, make sure Rumble's going. I had to reset, kind of reset everything actually. So, but hopefully everyone's doing good, having fun. We are live. All right, looks like. Oh no. For some reason, Rumble again is not working, but that's all right. Anyways, yeah, we had a couple good things to talk about and stuff. A couple further updates, more updates, and showing off some stuff. And yeah, pretty eager to get out in the woods this spring and summer season as winter is pretty much officially over with. Kind of, it's still actually pretty chilly out, and you can actually get hypothermia and basically freeze to death. But Michigan just got hit along with a lot of other states. Heavy tornado, heavy wind, storm damage, and got hit pretty hard. So lots and lots of downed trees, lots and lots of dangerous situations if you find yourself out in the woods, especially on a windy day or even a gusty day with 30 miles per hour gusts, 35 miles per hour. That's more than enough to knock some loose and dead decaying branches or tree limbs, they don't call them for widow makers for nothing, because they do end people's lives all the time. So it's actually pretty dangerous to be out in the woods. You always have to keep your head on a swivel, make sure that you are constantly aware of your surroundings, not only for just like Bigfoot and other cryptids that we think are out there that we're trying to get on video, but actually the environment itself is more than enough to actually harm you and kill you. And I am telling you, a little stick can knock you out, pierce you, vital spots and stuff, soft tissue. And, it's very important that you keep your eyes peeled and on guard. All right, so we are all set up. Got a couple videos and different stuff to show you guys about some new gear that we're going to be looking at, showcasing, and some plans and expeditions and some invitations that we're going to have for anyone who wants to fly to Michigan, drive to Michigan, hang out, camp out. We're going to be basically setting up, going to different spots, me and the Lost Cryptids group, and sometimes it's just going to be me, obviously. Sometimes it's going to be all of us together, whoever, whenever life provides, scheduling wise. We're going to try to get out and open stuff up for you guys. If you guys want to tag along, you join up, but it's not going to be for the soft-hearted or those who are not ready to get out there and push and stuff. And if we find ourselves in any kind of situation where a person needs help or needs to slow down or is potentially injured, of course, that always overtakes any situation about looking for Bigfoot. And but on these kind of expeditions that we're hoping to achieve and go actually off trail and go out and look for Sasquatch in their hard to reach environments, we need people more physically able and professional enough to control their emotional preparedness and not shit their pants, basically, because we're going to basically be in situations where we're going to have the gear and technology to be able to see these creatures, hear these creatures, and if they're going to be close to us, if we're going to see them on our equipment or be around them and hear them, we need people who are not going to be scared, run away, especially run away, but basically, stink up the whole camp because they browned their pants. And to put it lightly and stuff, that hasn't happened, but running away is a big problem, because if you run away from almost every single predator on this planet, the almost universal response is the predator will chase after you and catch you or potentially attack you, take you down, stuff like that. So how's the lighting? You want me guys to have super bright lighting or little darker? I think the darker's on my eyes a little bit better, but the biggest thing is, if you run away, where are you going to run away to if you're in the middle of the woods, miles, or just off trail, especially in an area you've never been to? Where are you supposed to go? I mean, in most spots, in lower Michigan, you could run and find a road eventually, but it might take you a little bit, it might take you a lot longer to go off trail in some random lost direction than to just stay with the group, get back to the trail, and get back to the vehicles in a safe, calm, cool, and collective manner, because that's what it's all about. Yeah, exactly. These, I made this and stuff because, hopefully we be able to start seeing them on thermals and stuff where they're actually engaged in their locomotion and stuff a little bit more than what cameras are able to do, or even what night vision is supposedly doing. So that's kind of what these are representing, is thermal catches and stuff. But yeah, thermals kicked our butts. We actually lost power yesterday and stuff, and the other day. Pretty bad here, since we usually don't lose power, but yeah, heavy tree loss, heavy tree damage all over the place in multiple states, and definitely didn't want to be out in the woods, which is another thing, is like, where do Sasquatches go when there's storms, when there's heavy winds? Do they, like deer and everything else, do they just kind of wait around and wait till the tree falls on them and stuff? Or do they have underground burrows or under the water kind of dens like otters and stuff where they have to get out of the shelter somehow, right? Because if they didn't, then we would find instances of Bigfoots getting hit by lightning because they're under a tree or in an open field, or we would find them being crushed by trees or widowmakers, and a lot more because they're out in the open. And even though Bigfoot could probably take a pretty good blunt force trauma, I mean, a whole tree or half a tree falling on you, there's a lot of physics involved, and a Bigfoot's not going to be able to survive every single situation where that would happen. Tornadoes and stuff, very violent situations, hurricanes and stuff. We don't really see Bigfoot carcasses and bodies and injuries from storm damage, or about the only thing that we really hear Sasquatch is reacting to and being seen are forest fires. Forest fires seems to be, and maybe Mount St. Helens volcanic eruptions, if you believe some of the stories of Sasquatches being seen and injured and stuff like that. But typically you don't see a Sasquatch running for cover in someone's barn because of a tornado or a storm or lightning or a hurricane, flash flooding, earthquakes. There's no Sasquatch reports during earthquakes, tsunamis, all sorts of different things that can happen, mud floods, and so it just makes you wonder if they, like most animals or natural things, can feel and know when storm fronts are coming, or the barometric pressure is dropping or raising, and that activates certain animals to engage in hunting more, or knowing to stay in and prepare for bad weather based on their senses and stuff. So it's very interesting once we get these creatures actually discovered, to learn actually more about them and actually discover what they are actually doing out there. So I'm excited. To get out in the woods more and to try to get them on film, because that's the main thing. What we need to do first: get evidence, physical evidence, video evidence, observational time, and actually prove that these things are not in our imaginations, and they're out there. And I think that with some good equipment and a good team, we can achieve that, especially hopefully this year, hopefully next year, next 5 years, but getting a good team and good people and a good group with all around good equipment almost on every person, having a great plan and understanding what we're going to do in the field. I kind of want to harken back to the 168 expedition in Florida with Kerry Arnold, and that kind of idea of being in the field for an extended amount of time and trying to get after these creatures with as good of technology as we can, with a number of individuals who are not really scared to go out and push towards the noise that they hear, or whatever they might be seeing or feeling, and actually try to document and get the ball rolling, so things happen. So I definitely am going to invite everyone to participate in an event that we'll be doing in September. That I think would be enough time for people to kind of reserve time and get plans and schedules along. So September, we were going to have a big camp out, and depending on what happens in a couple months now, depending on activity wise, I have it in one particular area of mindset, but if we get some super crazy activity in this one spot over the next couple of months, it's kind of hard to refuse that area for that to have people over and actually have something happen. So we're going to try to get together and make stuff actually work and have real people who are not fabricating and lying, or who won't go in the woods and with a group of people and make it the whole group sidetracked by creating a false reality, or trying to be movie star of the center of attention of, I hear something over here, and every other person in the group now goes over here and tries to find the imaginary squirrel that's walking around, right? Instead of actually going and looking for the Bigfoot in an area and actually doing it the right way. And unfortunately, some of the best things about the Bigfoot community are the people, and some of the worst things are the people and their mindsets, and the personal needs to feel popular or get rich and stuff. This is about trying to get them on film and get evidence of it. I think that's what we all are hoping to get. So we're planning to try to do that, especially with every able-bodied researcher who wants to make the trip to Michigan. We'll host a big old camp out, food provided. Debating on camping it rough, or most likely probably just getting a bunch of different kind of cabins, multiple bunk cabins. They can fit a minimum dozen people to like 20 something or more in different places around the state. So depending again, what area we think is best and what reports and what activity we have personally, we can always get some cabins and stuff that I think would be nice. It might be easier and stuff, especially or again, a primitive spot where you can drive a car into and stuff. We are going to have campouts and stuff that are open to anyone who wants to join throughout this entire season for off the trail, primitive in your in your tent kind of style. But if you're older and stuff, not physically able, or can't get down on the ground and sleep on hard ground, or need RV access, electrical hookup and stuff, some potentially, if we do rent some cabins and have cabin access and stuff, it might be a little easier it might feel better to come back after a long hike and a night of Sasquatch into a nice warm bed inside, and not be in the tent. So there's always that option too. So we're always kind of planning on September and stuff. And I know I said that we're probably not going to do might do a conference, or might be in this outdoor event type of thing, but we actually might start doing some public meetings open to the public here, and rent out a little place that might work out pretty good to have little meetings open to the public, and also local researchers come and try to plan what we are going to try to do, and also what independently we found and ideas and stuff. So I'll be floating that around with the local researchers and local groups. There's a lot of stuff on Facebook and all that. And but September is going to be probably a bigger conference where we probably rent out for a couple hours here, and it'll be in Jackson, Michigan. And then, again, depending on where we go, it's going to be a drive. If we have to go up north, it's going to be a 3-hour drive. And if we go up to UP, it's like 5 hours. So depending on where we go, it could even be longer than that. So it all depends. But and if we're going straight up to the UP, it might not even be worth having a conference at the same time when we need to basically spend that amount of time driving and going up to the place we need to go. And then, of course, longer than that. So it just really depends. If we get a lot of people, especially outside researchers, who can stay for a week and stuff, we'll have a week-long expedition and potentially be up in the UP, and all the focus will mainly be on doing that. So yeah, we got a couple things to kick started, and interesting stuff that we're going to show you. Actually got to get some video up, actually up and running, because we're going to show you guys some of the new toys and stuff. We got some new equipment, and one main new equipment that we're going to show off, and hopefully actually change how things are going in the community. Actually, get some results like never before seen. All right, so let me take a deep breath. It always feels good to take a deep breath and stuff. Get a nice cold glass of water and sit back and relax as we are going to showcase in some of the new technology that we definitely think is going to be a game changer in the Bigfoot community. And, so we, make sure that's going. That is going. Should be good. Wait till that loads. Okay. All right. So in the meantime, I know I mentioned this on the last show about some thermal tech that we are getting and we just acquired. The new Flare Scout Pro thermal binocular, professional thermal binocular that of course takes video and pictures and stuff. And I really think that this is 100% guaranteed to get something. Because if I had this technology and all of my encounters that I've basically almost ever had, especially up in the UP with Jason Kenzie, the Searching for Sasquatch, Jason Kenzie, great guy. If I had this technology right here, if I had this equipment with that encounter, or basically every encounter where we've caught and shown and talked about, we would have definitely had 100% video evidence of Sasquatch that we would have, thought to be Sasquatch on this thermal technology. And especially up north, especially in some of these other incidences where we were in the swamp and stuff and had the big rock thrown at us, having this piece of tech, 100% would get this and stuff. And this is not when I say, Flare Scout, this is not the cheap TK models and stuff. This is not a rinkety dink piece of equipment. This is actually brand new stuff from Flare that is kind of expensive and stuff. So this is a real investment that we are hoping that it's going to get results. And there's been plenty of other groups, other people who have flares and technology and thermals for 5+ years now, who never seem to be using them or getting results, and won't showcase what the thermal can do. I mean, I haven't even seen really videos of anything like animals and stuff like that, of these researchers even catching on thermal or using and stuff. And this is not something you buy on your phone. This is one of their top of the line handheld optics that they basically had brand new for 2025. So we've been talking about it, waiting about it, saving for this expensive piece of equipment, because I truly believe that if I had this technology, and 90% of my Bigfoot encounters that I believe that Sasquatch was near me, they would be on film. There would be something on film to see. There would be almost definitive proof in some cases of what we actually encountered. It's right there, and we'll be able to show you guys. So actually went out and looked and used it today for the first time out in the field. Got some videos to show you guys of some different stuff. Just a little bit of stuff. It's still kind of cold and stuff, and might be able to get out this weekend and stuff. But here in the next season, this whole season, I'm going to get out as much as I can. We're going to get out as much as we can to use this thing and to get things on video, because there's no reason why we won't be able to get something on video that is close enough for us to hear and close enough for us to see, or presumably think that it's close to get on our any other cameras that we have be able to get. So here's a little thermal video. I'm trying to make it a little bit bigger for you guys. I don't know if it's going to get any bigger than that. That's okay. And so this is showcasing it just a little bit as we take a look, and we'll take a look at what to expect and stuff. And so as you can see, probably can tell, right? Some kind of avian bird out there. Actually, these are pretty sure they're turkeys out there. I say pretty sure because as soon as I started filming this stuff, I knew it was a turkey, and I didn't take my eyes off pretty much the camera. So, but yeah. So actually, these turkeys are 100 yards away and stuff, and I actually have to do a little bit of math because of some of this other shots and stuff. You can really would see something, especially a Bigfoot walk across the field. I mean, you're talking a pretty good distance and stuff. So this is the Flare Scout Pro, and this has a 6 times digital zoom and stuff. So you'll see me all the way back from its normal position, and then you start seeing me zoom in. And that was the white hot, and this is, of course, the black hot. Really good definition, really good line of sight. Basically be able to pick up a huge Sasquatch walking across the entire field. And I would assume with enough heat on a Sasquatch in the tree line right behind these turkeys. And so, we're going to show some of these demonstrations of what this thing can actually do. And we're going to get, hopefully, not only just, I hope to get Sasquatch, obviously, any strange things, whatever this thing picks up, but also animals. I'm really kind of interested on filming a lot of different animals with this thermal and seeing how they show up and seeing how, what fur and different kind of situations and stuff do animals behind trees, different bushes in the water and stuff react to a thermal and stuff, and how we can, again, if we haven't got Sasquatch and stuff, why aren't we getting Sasquatch? And especially after 5 years of use. And if we go to places in out of state, to places where there's activity around the entire camp, close enough that we should be able to see something on thermal, and we obviously are not seeing something on thermal, we have a major issue going on, right? So I'm very excited because of the amount of research and questions and, hopefully answers this piece of technology can hopefully provide if we are encountering and witnessing. Let me get rid of some stuff. Get rid of this one. Get rid of this. Yeah, like the red eyeshine video that I shot in Florida on the 168. If I had this thermal instead of the Psionics night vision, I would have probably seen what was ever making the single red eye shine right there. Whether it was a Sasquatch, a skunk ape, whether it was an owl, whether it was some unknown animal making this red eye shine in this colored night vision that we had at the time. So let me upload a couple more videos that we got, and showcasing the different settings and animals at a couple different ranges that I was able to capture in a short amount of time. I was able to get out and use it today. And fortunately, it's going to be kind of crappy and with work and crappy amount of wind and stuff. I'll hopefully get out this weekend, but rain and all that. It is, I would say, rain proof. I can't remember if it's like underwater waterproof, but it's rain proof at very least. And that one, this one. It has pretty good operating temperature. Let me go back and look at the comments, see if you guys have any questions and stuff. Operating temperatures are I want to say it's like negative 22, I think it is, to 122, 125. So it's actually not too bad. Nothing I'm going to put it to. I'm not going to torture this thing out. All right. See you later, Abnormal Investigations. That is Mike. And I'm actually going to be on his show this Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern, I believe. I have to make sure of the time. But yeah, I'll be on his show, and we'll probably get into some more controversial stuff. Talk a little bit about thermal and upcoming stuff like that. So check out that. So yeah, I am excited. I think that we're going to get something that is. Hopefully, I didn't exit out my. I'm having little issues. I just exited out something I probably shouldn't have, but it's all right. I'm excited, and especially when you guys see some of these other shots. The distance on it is pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty confident that a Sasquatch walking out in the open field, 200 yards, no problem. 150 yards, definitely. 100 yards, detail. And, measurements and stuff too. The good thing about this is you'll be able to measurement, especially if we see the branches of the trees around it, which is something that this thermal provides pretty good. All right, so we did that one. Let's do this one. Show a little bit of the black hot of the turkeys as we, again, zoom in. This is the regular, and this is the whatever. I can't remember what it's called. I should, I guess, get the pamphlet out or get it out on my phone. But this is another palette that you can use and stuff that highlights and used for more like long-term, less stress on your eyeball type of palette to use and stuff. So if you're going to be looking at this thing for hours and hours and scanning it around, this is going to be a lot easier on your eyes. So compared to the white hot or the black hot, because that's, very bright screen, you can always lower the brightness on this and all that. But I actually am very impressed with what it does in the how much heat it picks up and the clarity and stuff. And as you know, you digitally zoom in, it's going to get pixelated and stuff, but it's not supposed to get the best quality image of details. It's supposed to get heat and stuff. So here we go into the red hot setting, and just as the kind of turkeys crest this little just underneath the field a little bit as they dip into the woods and walk away. I actually push up there, and they actually walked pretty far away. Probably heard me coming a little bit too. And I didn't see them on the thermal and stuff like that. But I filmed something else, so that's probably why they were, hearing me. But yeah, pretty good, especially I like the black hot and stuff. I think you're really, and we got to test this in the green environment stuff too. It's going to be playing a difference as you look into the woods. But that black hot, this is really good at picking up detail and picking up. All right. So sorry about that. Anyways, yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this actually. Enough that I'm satisfied with the investment. And I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to get something. You know, you're looking at a turkey at 100 yards away. You know, you'd be able to tell it's a turkey based on the movements. Now you're talking a turkey, you know, and then you get 8 foot tall, 7 foot tall, 10 foot tall Sasquatch running around, going on all fours and doing something crazy. Obviously, you know, we'll be able to tell. And you know, even basically, if you're close enough, may even be able to get measurements off of the tree branches that you can line up behind the Sasquatch. And if you find tracks, you know, out in the field like this, where there's a kind of muddy dirt, and you will find tracks easy. Uh, you know, it's a no-brainer and stuff. So being able to find something, even if you can't get a good video, like observation of the thing running around or doing something, even just seeing something standing around behind a tree and taking off, just a glimpse, you know, potentially we can go over to the exact tree, look around for tracks, find potential hair, you know. And I did test this on the floors inside the house. You can see your footprints, heat signature that they just left and stuff. And I even had cold feet, so it wasn't even my blood wasn't pumping, I wasn't running, I wasn't sweating type of thing. Especially if you're standing in one spot, potentially you might be able to see the outline of a foot with this technology. So especially if we were able to get to that tree pretty quickly, you know, might even see a trail of heat signatures actually walking away, revealing tracks. And even if the tracks weren't good, you could collect DNA samples and stuff like that. So this piece of technology really helps improve uh, a lot of things, because being able to spot something, going to the exact spot something potentially stood, is a game changer. Instead of, you know, night vision's really good, night vision's awesome, and the camera I got, I love and stuff, but you know, it has limitations and stuff. You know, you have to be able to, you know, you kind of mainly relying on eye shine that it's going to get reflected, that is going to capture on the night vision camera. Whereas obviously thermal tech is just unbelievably so much easier to trace and spot something. All right, so let's add some more stuff. I think we did this one, or we did the other one. Doesn't matter. I got to upload some more ones. And are you guys see? I don't know if you guys are seeing my screen or if it's still playing the video. Hopefully, it's still playing the video, but that's okay. So here is a good range. And then let's see, let's get this as a video of this. Add one more. Mm-hmm. Oh, I guess that would have been it. That's all right. All right, so we'll let these load up. This one's ready to go in about 20 seconds, I guess. It'll be a little slow, but go over here. So I'm excited. You know, I'm pretty excited to get out in the woods and see stuff, get stuff on thermal like never before seen, like no one's ever got, because no one's ever got it really, you know. And then what we have are very much glimpses and one-offs, and I'm very eager to make sure that we get multiple sightings on camera, try to get some interaction, try to get audio, try to get stuff on night vision, not just on thermal, but try to get you know, whatever may be happen. So actually I try to get more of this guy. This is probably why the turkeys heard me, but I turned my This was the second one that came by, and I, turned the camera on as fast as I could, and it gets on pretty quick, gets on target, and I did a little bit of zoom in and stuff. I know it uh, pixelates and stuff, but it was able to see that goose fly away pretty far, over 100 yards away through the trees, which was pretty interesting stuff. And I got the first one on black hot, so we'll actually play a different one. But I wanted to switch over to the white hot to see how fast I could switch over, turn it on, switch it over to a different setting, zoom in and stuff before something gets out of frame. And it actually turns on and operates pretty fast, pretty smooth. It's not hard to do. And so I'm pretty confident once something starts erupting, starts popping off, we're able to turn this thing on and it start rolling. And yeah, it was nice to get out there and start testing it a little bit. We're gonna get out there more and use it, obviously. And it has a 6-hour battery life. What I did notice is, it probably runs a little hot. So, and once it gets summertime, have to make sure it doesn't, burn out and stuff, potentially how hot it gets. But as if you're using it at nighttime, it should be pretty good. But that was the only thing that I noticed because it's still pretty cold out and it was getting warm in my hand. So they definitely are going to like and work probably better in the cold environment because anytime an electronic gets hot, it gets warm, it wants to get cooled off. Anytime it can be cooled off, it's definitely it wants to it will operate better once it's cooled off. All right, so here's a little bit of a plane that I was able to get, and actually had a misfunction because it flew up. I had to run over there, flew up. I took a little video and then I stopped the video and then I'd restart the video and was able to still capture a lot of it and stuff. And as it actually flies pretty far away and about right about starting, kind of right about there. It's on the cusp of where you can barely hear it, you would start to barely notice. So there's a small, prop plane coming around. So it's pretty good, and there was the sun. At first I was like, what the heck is that? I was like, oh, the sun. I was like, oh, don't want to look at that. And then, and then, pretty impressive, right about here is when you definitely start barely hearing this prop plane, but the thermal was able to pick it up. So it'll be nice to, if there's some UFOs or maybe if there's some drones or something and they're running a little hot, this thing will be able to definitely pick it up. And so, I'm pretty impressed with it. Definitely. And I'm excited, this is something that I've been waiting for a long time since the frame rate and the frame rate and the way it refreshes and stuff is pretty smooth and stuff. It refreshes pretty smooth and stuff. I think there's like a second 1.5 second delay when it basically refreshes everything, but it will I would say hard refresh and stuff when you hear it click and the frame actually freezes and stuff. But when you look through different stuff, it will instantly change the detail of trees or if it's hot and cold and stuff. It's pretty good. We'll show some more videos. So I'm sure you guys will notice, but I'm pretty impressed. If you guys have the have the investment to make and you're serious about it, this is no joke. This is definitely something that you can use. So here's a long range shot, and I have to look up the exact distance or kind of get a rough estimate, I would have to say. But we're looking down the entire field long ways. So when I was filming the turkeys and stuff, they were at 100 yards, and that was sideways at the field. And it was another 25 yards towards the edge of the field still. So this is a lot longer to look down. But I'm not quite sure on the exact measurement until I actually do this here. And so just give me a quick second or so to remember how to kind of do all this stuff for a second. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Let's see. I'm trying to remember how to pull out the measuring stuff and start measuring. So give me 1 second. I'm going to get a drink and I'll be right back. All right. All right. So got some calculations to do in a minute, and then we'll find out the exact distance of how far this thing actually reaches. And I'm pretty confident that if a Sasquatch walks even at the very farthest edges of this, you would pretty much pick it up. So I got some more testing to do. Obviously, we're going to get some other people out here and have them walk across the field. We'll have them do some distance so we can range this thing and know what to expect. Know, like, at this certain range, something that's 5 foot tall, 6 foot tall, or bigger. This is what we should expect it to kind of look like. We should expect that. Anything bigger, massive, something that's going to look like the Hulk, should look beefier, should look different. So more testing to do, lots of testing, and then be pretty awesome. Do this. Exit. Give me that a second. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. So I'm gonna probably link in if someone actually wants to join. That'd be kind of cool and stuff. Yeah, I'll pull up the manual off the phone and stuff. They gave you a small manual, but it just doesn't have that. What the buttons do. That's all this book is, in multiple different languages, if your country allows you to even have it. Because if I leave the country, I'm pretty sure you're gonna have to get special permission to use that. So I'm excited. All right, so that's good. Still, things were a little wonky on Facebook, but hopefully it's good. So let me get the exact. Right here. All right. So we do this 0.85. Is that right? 0. I guess so. Huh. Let me just do some math again just to make sure. All right, so the total distance from where I'm at on this video to the other tree line is 325 yards. So anything that's basically within that is, and that's estimation because I just did a Google map measurement and stuff of the field. So hopefully it is correct. It is 0.158 miles. And, put it in a little thing. So yeah, 325 yards. That's a pretty good amount of range that I was actually very impressed with. So like I said, I want to try to get a person out there. I mean, any person walking out there at the very edge of that field, you could be able to see. I'm pretty confident with enough body heat, but we are going to test it with clothing, with different stuff. It'd be very interesting, especially to get animals and stuff, because that's what we can try to expect with fur. Especially if I want to try to get a deer that's in the water and comes out of the water and see what it looks like and stuff. So that would be pretty awesome. So I'll answer your question here in a second, Texas Jack. Give me 1 second to go over there to the website. I think I have it this way. But anyways, that's kind of about the show. We're just hanging out and showing off the thermal a little bit and having some fun. Getting back in the swing of things. We are, depending on what I'm doing, Saturday, probably not going to have a show. I'm going to say probably be out in the field. I might go live. Maybe if I'm just in the car, maybe I'll go live. But depending on how bad things are, I might be too busy. So to even oh no, don't do that. I might be too busy to even go out this weekend, so I might have to wait to get out and use this a little bit more. So we will have to see. I'm pretty sure I have it here. Right here. Yep. Yep. This thing is pretty awesome stuff. So if you get one, it's covered under a 2-year warranty. If you register it through Flare, which you have to if you want to get updated software with it and basically work with Flare on stuff, you're going to want to register it. And that also gets you an extended 3-year warranty. So you have a 5-year warranty total. Links in the chat if someone wants to kind of just hang out and talk shit and just, maybe if some of the researchers have plans on what they want to do this upcoming spring and summer season, really, because right now is a really good time. It's not too cold. The bugs are still not out yet in full force. You're still able to see through the woods before all the leaves come up. So it's a great time to get out there right now. It's a little rainy, but that is okay. Although I don't want to, I'm babying this thing. I got to baby this thing now. I don't want to trash it and throw it on the ground and dunk it in water. But I think it's just on some normal hertz ranges, which is like, let me find the exact thing. But yeah, this has a GPS on it. It also has a Wi-Fi with a phone app. So in the field, I can directly have video transferred to the phone. which is nice, is 16 gig internal storage. But since all flares and stuff and thermals really have very low relatively resolution for the technology stuff, storage capacity has never been an issue or concern. There is no external SD card slot, so there is only the internal. But again, you use the phone to transfer videos directly to the phone, and then you wipe them off the camera. So that's kind of what they are going with instead of SD card usage and stuff. Oh, and Flare does, reserve the right to mess with the camera, and it does, of course, have right here. It is the this device complies with Part 15 of the FCC rules with Industry Canada license exempt standards. Operation is subject to the following two conditions. Number 2, let me read number 2. This device must accept any interference received, including interference that may cause undesirable aberration. And Flare reserves the right to basically put their disclaimer in there that you gotta kind of play ball. So I thought I read it somewhere. It must have been on a different document, but I'm pretty sure it's I guess I just don't want to say something that's wrong. I'll find it somewhere else. I'll give me a couple more seconds, I guess. Minutes, I guess. It's not for some reason it's not in that manual, but it's probably going to be on the specification page on Flare. So I guess we could look at it together, but it's okay. This way, come on, this way. This way. All right then. Yeah, I mean, one thing I noticed about the Flare website and what I noticed about Starlink website is the navigation to where you want to find all the information or you want to find accessories and stuff is a little hard to find, especially on the Starlink website. I was looking and researching and looking at some stuff potentially in the future, with Starlink, mobile Starlink usage out in the woods and all that. And, they got a bunch of accessories, like the backpack accessory that's not found on the normal Starlink, the standard one, or the, I think it's like the UE or something. It's not on the normal page, just the house mounts and stuff. You kind of have to surf and navigate. It's kind of funny. Full. All right, so it's the frame rate detector is 30 hertz. It's 640 by 480 Vox microbolometer. If you do a 32 focal length of 19 millimeters. And the displayed resolution is 124 by 768. Thermal sensitivity is 38 mK at 30 Celsius for your tech gurus might a little bit know a little bit more of that. Because on thermal you can on Flare website you can buy components and stuff to build your own thermals and stuff. I was thinking this exact same thing. That's the hilarious part. Is I was thinking, oh, I definitely need to just test this, right? Yeah, yeah. We're gonna definitely. I think we're gonna probably test it out. Instead of even just rubbing a bunch of glob on your, and might even have to test it on an animal. If I had a dog, I could take out there. I don't think I want to take my cat, but clobber him with mud and see if maybe the fur and mud mixture helps dissipate the heat to a pretty good standard, or something like that. If Sasquatch is laying in the mud all day, does that help? With thermal, because I mean, there's a lot of people who have thermals, and it seems like they don't really catch much, and I just want to figure out and see with my own why that is. Why how could a group of people have some activity happen close to camp and have a thermal at camp, but yet nothing is caught on thermal? No one walks out and uses the thermal, but there's nothing caught on thermal. But everyone's having activity close enough that you should sweep the area, right? So we're gonna hang out for a little bit longer if no one else wants to come on and join and talk around, especially I know it's kind of a Tuesday night. It's already at 10 a.m. On a Tuesday, but I will be shutting the show down and stuff. Basically show a couple more videos. I'm sure they're probably ready to go. Hopefully, we'll see. I guess that one. And so that's the same. That's already played this one. Yeah. So let me get a fresh batch of videos up and running for you guys. It pierces through the canopy pretty good, but depending on you try to change it and stuff, it had some glare and stuff, so the camera had some issues. I think it was like the second zoom, but when you have it to regular use, you can see how it pierces the canopy. And we're going to test this, of course, when it gets all green. But we're hoping that we will be able to see through pockets enough to capture anything that's standing close. That's why any time of research right now or in the fall is so optimal for thermal research, because you can see through the entire forest practically. And so if there's anything close enough for us to hear walking close by, we can point the camera and hopefully get it. And I think this is the one I already showed, maybe. All right, so that is the black hot one. And this one, again, I had to turn the camera on pretty fast. So there it did the hard refresh, where it stopped frame for a second, but smooth operation and very quickly refreshed and was able to capture the goose flying away. And that is the nice black cotton, which I kind of actually prefer. I think it's less strain on the eyes, and it's kind of nice to be able to use, in my opinion. So there's that hard refresh rate, and yeah, not too bad. What do we have here? Some more piercing through the veil, and this is the Seppi color, I think it is. I'm probably butchering the name. And it is a little bit easier on the eyes and stuff. It's kind of a cool one to look at. And you can see how it's piercing and changing as it's trying to look through this brush and stuff. So that's why you get that different kind of glare, and it's trying to adjust and stuff. So that's why I was talking about the hard refresh rate versus kind of this fast refreshing of the environment. So in my opinion, this one is probably, again, it'd be pretty good to spot something, but for detail wise and stuff, I think that white hot or black hot is going to be where it's at. The main focus to try to get it on, switch to that. The red hot, it's good for spotting something, but it's not good for the detail. So we're gonna want that red hot, or the white hot, sorry, and the black hot. All right, so this is the video of a little rodent, squirrel, and it's at 55 yards away. Just to give you a reference of what the thermal is able to do compared to the size of a squirrel at 55 yards away from right there. And then as it actually moves away, the distance becomes greater. So another 10 yards or so. So it's in my opinion, pretty good. I mean, if we see a freaking Bigfoot, I mean, it's gonna be hard to not capture something, especially if it's close, even with the digital zoom. So right there is a good example of a squirrel tail. Squirrel tail doesn't really show up on the thermal, That is pretty interesting to know. But that is an example of testing the thermal on regular animals to see how effective is the cameras versus natural physiology stuff, So that was kind of cool. And that gave me a lot of hope of seeing something massive, tree peak, seeing something massive behind a tree like this, 55 yards away, 65 yards away. It's going to easily be able to see, and we might actually see some pretty dang good detail, maybe potentially eye sockets, maybe mouth opening and closing. And so I'm excited. I'm ready. It's been a long time coming, and hopefully, something becomes of it. And, if you guys believe in us, we want you to join us. We want you to come here with us. We want you to stand. I want you to stand next to me as we try to film something. Got thermal. We have night vision. We try to get audio going. Everyone has their own equipment. Try to do something. I really think this year, over the next 5 years, we get something definitive on film, like no brainer. And so as you can see, we're not just talking the talk. We're not going to just, and we haven't, we kind of, a little bit on edge. We kind of speak from our heart, and a little, sometimes it's not always pleasant for people to hear because, it doesn't matter if we burst the bubble of, stores are fake, people have issues and people are lying. I mean, we don't do that here at this channel. We've never been one to pussyfoot around and tell stories and, make up stuff, or we care about the facts and the truth about what's actually happening out there, about what researchers doing, and not fabricating, not lying, not making up, not hoaxing this shit, because we're serious about it, and we want to make sure that anyone who comes here with us is serious about it. And if you're going to go out in the field, with us and stuff, we want this serious and stuff. We won't want no make-believe bullshit of some damsel in distress person who the light needs to be on them, and there's a Bigfoot over here, or we go a couple miles down the trail, and all of a sudden the people who are left at camp have Bigfoot activity, or one person, the star has Bigfoot activity that's not even happening. We don't want that crap to affect real research and stuff. So we've never been one to do that. Never been one to over exaggerate or to make up needless video crap on stuff that's not happening in the woods. So if I come out with a video that says Bigfoot caught on thermal, or blah blah blah, you should probably expect something pretty good. It's on the freaking video and stuff. So we want to work with anyone who wants to come to Michigan and work, make documentaries, do whatever. That's fine, as long as we get people using great equipment out in real areas, trying, and not trying to get the evidence and stuff, not anything else. I think we have a good shot at actually getting something on camera and making this work. So I'm excited. If you guys want to donate and believe in us, especially with added tech, if you guys really wanted us to come out and come out to some of your areas and stuff, message me, contact us. If you guys want to donate, you guys can donate. You can donate to YouTube. You can contact me directly through Facebook. There's I got some PayPal stuff. I got different stuff. I get different links, different stuff. And I only say that because, realistically, if we are able to get out and want to use this in various parts of the U.S. and stuff, it's going to take some pretty good funding, at least to get there and to get back. And that's relatively all needs to be, procured and stuff. So, if you got a hotspot and you're not full of shit, well, let's prove it. Let's find out, because if things actually are going to happen close enough for us to hear, it's going to get caught. So yeah, I'm excited, and it's good. It's good out there to have fun, and I'm just kind of blown away and stuff, kind of a little speechless at times, because I'm, it's finally here. It's finally happened. It's finally it's 5 years in the making compared to when we had the last thermal and stuff with the drama that happened, and there's a whole reason why we don't have it anymore. But reading on the laws and stuff, that all those people who are fighting over that other thermal, they're in big trouble with the law. The government is concerned. So yeah, you get big in trouble if you try to steal this or blackmail or any kind of stupid crap involved they don't like. So yeah, some pretty interesting, pretty covered. It's nice to be covered and stuff by this, and in case it gets stolen or anything else. I mean, you're getting locked up, buddy. Yeah. But yeah, so anyways, I'm excited to use it. I think it's good. It's a good setup. So it's not cheap. It's not the cheap TK Ocean Scout what they came out a couple years ago. It's not the $500 model. It's not cheap. So as you can see. So anyways, I guess no one wants to really come on. No one wants to join talk and which is fine and stuff. I don't want to stay up too crazy late tonight. Unless I absolutely had to. Someone was coming on and had some crazy footage or some crazy stuff to talk about. That'd be cool. But since no one wants to join, we're probably going to shut it down and yeah, get going. I'll probably put all these thermals into a little compilation or something like that. Maybe some shorts to check out and see. But I appreciate everyone who took the time to watch this, to engage and ask questions, and to check it out. And hopefully you guys are excited as much as I am, and pass on a little bit of good luck to us as we send a little prayers our way as we try to get out and get these things on film. Because another thing is, it's one thing to be close to something that you can't see, even if you get rocks thrown at you, but seeing is believing. And hopefully if we get some stuff on camera, we're going to be seeing it, and we're definitely going to need some cojones to stand still and film and not run away, not brown our pants, right, and stuff. Yeah, we're gonna need some prayers and luck of getting in the right spot, getting in the right areas, and proving it. Because if anyone proves that, anyone gets good evidence, it just proves what we've all been experiencing, what researchers are experiencing. And I think that's going to be good for a lot of people. I think a lot of people need that kind of I don't want to say achievement almost, but kind of pat on the back, I would say, of these people were right, and they're not make-believing stuff, and all the people who've ridiculed them are wrong, and all these people who've been ridiculed, that's a pat on the back of you guys are right. There's a lot of struggle, and there's a lot of issues when there's a line between making their stuff, there's people making up stuff, and how hard you should go after them versus people who struggle to even talk about their encounter because they're scared, they're actually having PTSD, and they are worried and stuff. So I encourage anyone to tell their encounters and stuff, and don't be afraid of ridicule and stuff, especially if something happens. I mean, there's no reason for you to be worried about it. And if you're making up shit and you're lying and stuff, then you have everything to worry about, because at any time your little fabrication can burn up in a wisp. So I appreciate Texas Jack and stuff, and I appreciate everyone who has always supported us and took care, and we're doing it. We're doing it even if it's on our own. We're not getting multi-million dollars of funding. I'm not asking Kickstarter for $150, $150,000, $100,000, $90,000 just to make my documentary. I just need a piece of equipment, some effing equipment to get something on film, get evidence. I don't, I'm probably gonna purchase a camera that could make some documentaries, but it's really like, is it about making documentaries, or is it about going out there and getting some evidence? Because to me, the documentary might put the people in the seats and stuff, but the evidence is what makes the whole documentary in the first place. The evidence is what proves it. The evidence convinces the scientists, not the storyline and emotions and the music inside the documentary and stuff. But if people want to come to Michigan and make a documentary, but actually go out there, I don't mind participating and using this freaking thing, as long as it's not edited in such a way where it's completely exaggerated and false reality. It's not anything that's happened, and we've seen that from different. You see that with different TV shows and stuff like that. Expedition Bigfoot, the entire first season, the computer algorithm, entirely fake. Discovering every single thing discovered, found, gasped. The mine shaft, everything that they discovered was known for decades by every single person who would pay money to go there. So, like, as long as it's not that, I think, there's some room to work with, but as faking stuff and doing movie magic for thrills and reactions and stuff, no, I don't ever want any part of that crap. So, but if people want to really make some stuff and really go off there and film stuff and have another piece of equipment and look for Dogman and Bigfoot or little people here in Michigan, and there's UFOs. I mean, heck, I might even pick up a ghost in the house or somewhere with the thing. So, like, a lot of uses, But I'm really eager to work with a lot of people. And if people want to come here in Michigan, there's a lot of stuff that we can make happen. So, but without further ado, we're probably going to shut this off. I guess I forgot to mention, I will mention it by name, Sasquatch Data. A couple shows ago, live shows ago, had wonderful woman, had a great interview with her and stuff. Check her out. She just published her 36 paper on moon phases and Sasquatch sightings, and also fear levels and witnesses and the height levels reported of Sasquatches. She made some much easier content for average people to digest if you don't want to read the actual 36 pages. There's some graphs and some pictures for people to understand. I was going to try to pull it up, but we don't have enough time. We'll just do it on another show. So next Tuesday is what I'm thinking. Although if Nikki doesn't do a show on Sunday, I might squeeze in there. So that might happen too. But hopefully Nikki has another show because she does a fantastic job. Be on the lookout for posting the stuff as we do some local meetings with people who have had encounters here in Michigan, Jackson County area of Michigan. We'll be hosting some local meetings here in the next couple months, and then something in September, either an indoor event, but most definitely an outdoor camping event. We want to make it the huge one. So if anyone really wants to come and camp out with us, that is probably going to be the time. September is what I'm thinking. So early September, like we did last year. So I'll keep you guys posted if I catch anything on this baby. Yeah, you guys are definitely going to find out and, be on the lookout and stuff. So, yeah, that's about it. I think we're all good to go. Let me get this video up and ready. So, God bless each and every one of you. I hope you have a wonderful night, wonderful rest of the week, and have a good April and stuff. So, we'll be back when we get back.